Judon will not play under his current deal for the Patriots in 2024. Not exactly hard to believe, given that Matthew Judon is upset about his contract, has made it known that he doesn't like his contract situation, and apparently this spring has not been a full go because of that contract situation. So naturally, the next steps are not doing anything in training camp, not being a physical player in training camp, and then potentially something we don't see anymore, that is holdouts. And I don't know that it would lead to a holdout because guys don't do that anymore. It would be more a situation of him telling the team, I don't want to be here, move me. That, to me, would be the situation.
See, that's the latter part where Greg said that, okay, say he doesn't get a raise. That doesn't mean like he wouldn't want to play here. Maybe he want to play elsewhere. And people are like, well, why would he go elsewhere if you're gonna play? Just play on it here.
Play on a better team.
He could go to like Baltimore, trade to Baltimore. Yeah, I'll play on my current deal. We got a shot at winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, give me a chance to be in the spotlight on a really good team, on a team that's going to win a lot of games, and I'll go play the low end of my contract in a contract year somewhere that I can have better players around me, a better team around me, and a better spotlight, and a winning team. Give me a better situation. That's what I think Greg's telling you. Yeah. I don't think he's saying holdout. That's why I say, like, the progression used to be holdout. Nobody holds out anymore. The penalties are too stiff. It's too hard to do it. So there are no holdouts. But what there are trade demands. Yeah, I'll play under the deal for the Dolphins. I'll play under the deal for the Ravens. I'll go to Kansas City if they need me there on this deal and what it pays me this year. I'll go to those places.
Yeah, put me next to Chris Jones.
Yeah. Yep.
Guess who's getting doubled there? Chris Jones. That would create a lot of things for him. Because right now, he's your best player in your front. Him and Barmore. Your two best players. Like he 100% wants a new contract. I think you're going to get less tweeting from him and putting public statements out there. I think he's just going to let this ride down and see where this thing goes the next 2 weeks. I think they got about 2 weeks to get this thing done.
So Reese in his notes column said that the Patriots want all contract-related matters done before camp.
And I love it.
I love that with starting fresh with Mayo, right? Because now, you know, you have to sit there as a coach guess, and Belichick knew the situation. You know, he knew when guys were holding out. He knew the stuff.
You know why they're doing that? Because they've already taken care of all the contracts they want to take care of.
That's a great point.
It's not because they have any, hey, we want to be focused on football. We want to make sure that once we get to football matters, it's all about the team in football and not about your money and your contracts. That's for the offseason. Okay, what if you hadn't had a deal done with guys that you got deals, Ramondre Stevenson? What if you were getting close on a deal? Would you tell him next week? No. Sorry, Ramondre. We're done. Nope. We're not talking to you anymore. Training camp is here. No, they would because they wanted to sign that player and they gave him a new deal. The reason why they're drawing that line is because the guys that want new deals who didn't get them are two guys that we know of. And they're both on their defensive line. And they're both older. And they're both not in their plans for the next 3-4 years. And so they don't want to pay these guys. So that's why they're going to make this blanket statement and say, we are shutting off the faucet on the first day of camp on the 24th, and it's not getting turned back on. We are summarizing that one instead of winterizing the faucet.
Your propane tank ran out.
Down.
We're not going.
Out of gas.
We're not doing the exchange anytime soon. We're going to leave that baby empty. You cooked too many burgers. Yep.
That's it. That's why they're doing that. So if he doesn't get that deal before the start of training camp and they make this hard and fast rule of no money matters after the start of camp, is he going to ask out? I also have a request for the media, by the way, that covers this team.
What's that?
And really the media that covers any team. And that is stop giving athletes the benefit of the doubt when they shoot out their vague tweets. I've seen multiple headlines and multiple people write that Matthew Judon has refuted or denied Greg Bedard's report. He tweeted this: before y'all get on my ass, I didn't say that at all. Don't let them make me the villain. What is that about?
Contract.
How do you know?
That's what it's got to be about.
You're making an assumption there. You're leaping to a conclusion that is not included in that tweet. And if you're a reporter, you should not be reporting that as a denial of anything because you have no idea without any context what the hell that tweet is actually about. Because down the road, if Matthew Judon does say, I will not play for the Patriots under this deal, I want to get traded, he can then say, I never said anything about that report. Oh, no, that tweet was about something else. Because it leaves him the out and it leaves him plausible deniability. So we need to stop doing that. If you want to get a denial for Matthew Judon, pick up the phone and call him or call his agent and get an actual denial.
I tried.
Because as of right now, that's not a denial. That's just some random-ass tweet that another athlete sent out that is vague, much like Jaylen Brown's tweets last week, that is vague and not to the point. You want to say something,
say it.
Say it. Judon, just say it. There'd be nothing wrong with you saying, I think I'm underpaid, I'd like a new contract, and if they don't give me a new contract, I think I'd like to play elsewhere on it. I'd have no problem with him saying that. I'd understand it. But by the way, the team is trying to make you out to be the villain based on the report we got last week from Henry McKenna. The team's out to get you now because they made it known that they offered you more money. They did. That's an opinion. That's where I think that report came from because the player would have no reason to leak that. The team would, which is, hey, we offered him a bump. He didn't take it. Wasn't close. We're not close. We're on to football. Mike Reese reported it now. Another guy who's in the circle of trust. Reese got it out there. Once we get to training camp, no more money.
It's over.
It's over. Just say it. Athletes are so afraid to speak. And it's not a Patriot thing. It's not a under Belichick thing. Like, just say it. The vague tweet game is useless to me.
It is.
And too many reporters who are not doing any reporting are like, oh, he denied it. No, he didn't. What did he deny? He didn't reference anything to do with that report. He referenced nothing. It gives him all kinds of plausible deniability. I hate that game. Be a grown-up, speak your mind, and stand by what you say. Let's try that for size. Everybody in sports.
Yeah, and I tried to reach out to Matt to have him comment on it, and I think he's just letting it stand.
Oh, he didn't comment? Oh, he's going to let his tweet stand? Oh, shocker. Oh, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised by that. He offered a no comment. You reached out to him directly.
I did.
Oh, so when someone called and directly asked him for the no comment,
I'd like
he didn't want to give it up.
I want to. I'd give him. Hey, come on.
I'm floored.
He could come on here and give him the opportunity, and we take care of him. You know, he knows that.
Take care of him how?
Let him speak whatever he wants to talk about. We're not here to
absolutely. I'd love to hear from him.
We're not here to put him under the white light. Say it now.
I just like to hear something that's
take?
Like.
At
honestly,
your age, at this state, with your contract, and you've done this before, where you weren't a full participant in practices. Do you see that coming up next? Is that what's on the horizon here? Because that's where this is heading. I think that's where it's heading. We're going to get down there, and he's not going to be doing some of the team stuff or the individuals. He'll be running over there with one.
If I were the team, I'd trade him tomorrow and make him happy. I'd say, all right, where do you want to go? Because we're not going to be very good, and we're not going to win a lot of games. And really, this year is about developing our young quarterback. So,
yeah, we're not going to have this hanging over our heads.
We're not going to turn into a 9-win team because we have Matthew Judon. How many wins is Matthew Judon worth? He's their best player, but how many wins is he worth?
Yeah, I mean, I just think you need him. I think you need him badly. I would not up Godchild up him. I'd re-up him.
I wouldn't re-up either
1 year.
one.
Little bones.
I would not re-up either player.
Well, they've already made an offer supposedly because of a little bump, but it's not anywhere.
But
near.
only for this year,
right?
Not for additional.
Oh, I agree.
years.
I'd only do this year.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different.
Yeah, that's the Gilmore. That's the Gilmore thing. Yeah. Yep. Couple $1,000,000. Boom. You feel better.
I think we now know though that they're not willing to do it.
Doesn't feel that way.
So if they're not willing to do it, I'd avoid the whole problem of having a player who's your best player on defense.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's not even something anybody's going to debate. He's their best player. He's the player with the best track record. And if he goes into this year and he's not happy, that typically doesn't lead to good things when your best player is not happy.
Yeah, they need a good environment.
So
get off to a good start with a good environment.
I think the Patriots have two choices. You either make him happy by paying him the money he wants, or you make him happy by moving him to a team he wants to be on. You need to make the player happy, because an unhappy Matthew Judon, to me, is a bad scenario for that team and a bad scenario for a first-year head coach. Those are not good recipes for a successful first year under Gerard Mayo. A team that already has things stacked against it, including a grueling schedule. So I say you got to make him happy. Either move him or pay him. If I were the team, I might move him.
You need him in Cincinnati to go after Burrow.
I mean, you can make the case you need him every single week.
I know that, but like, you need to get off a good start with him. Make him happy. Make him happy. Give him a bump this year, and that's it. Then move on. That's what I'd do. You got the money to do it. Like, we're not, you know what I mean? Does this like hurt your team? Like, does this hurt your bargaining moving forward? I don't think so, because I think the team and other players view him as one of their best player on defense. So that's the guys you should take care of. I'm not saying break the bank for the guy, but
only got 9 days to do it, though.
Yeah, you can do it.
9. Better get talking. Clock is ticking, guys. Gotta need that.
At a certain point, though, don't you have to draw a line in the sand, too? Like,
if
you have Josh Uche wants another deal after signing
different.
6 months ago, and now Judon, like, we're just going to pay everybody.
That's what I said. I mean, if you're paying him, why are you paying him? You could get away with it with him, I think, because he has got such a good track record and the way he's viewed. But you'd be setting a precedent that I don't think a new GM wants to set, which is veteran player, doesn't like his deal, and demands more money, and we just give it to him coming off a year that he played 4 games. That's not a great precedent to set. That's why, to me, if I'm Elliot Wolf, I'm coming down with the hammer just to prove a point. It's going to make the team worse. There's no doubt about that.
Is this Wolf or Mayo, though? Like, is this Wolf or Mayo? Because if you're Mayo, are you going to Mayo and say, like, really, what's he mean to this defense? Like, I'm sitting there in meetings with Mayo, and I'm like picking Mayo's brain, like, tell me what you think here. Can you get by without him? And they played well without him last year at times. So, whole second half of the year.
He played 4 games. 4 games. Am I right? It was a 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, he got hurt in Dallas. Week 4.
Yeah. So really, he only played in 3.
Yep.
Appeared in 4, played in 3 full games. The defense, and I keep hearing how good that defense is, even though I disagree with you on how good that defense is. They're good. They're not great. It's going to be a tough year for them, too. That schedule is not what it was a year ago. Not a lot of Gardner Minshew's coming up on the schedule this year. And whoever that guy was that we keep forgetting who started for the Jets in the final week of the season. Not a lot of DeVitos on this one.
Hey, if you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand right here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.